Tell us about your new album, Sacred Heart. Is it a natural progression from your earlier records?
Well, the album Sacred Heart is the third in a series of Dio albums. And I think it's a very natural progression as to what we've done. We didn't go in with concepts in mind. We didn't try to make it more progressive. I think it's because the band knows itself so much better now. We're confident with each other. We're confident in the studio playing and putting all the material together. I think it's just a very, very natural progression of things. It's nothing we planned. It's very lucky that it came out that way.
Your stage shows are always very elaborate productions. Are they more than just a concept to you?
The most important thing about bringing a big stage set out, to me, is that we're giving value to the kids who have to spend a lot of money for a ticket. They do have a lot of choices these days. You can go see Band A, Band B, Band X, Band Z, whichever you'd like to see. I've always felt that if you bring them something that is going to be worth all of the money and the time that it takes them to collect that money, then they probably will go to your show first. That's not the underlying reason. The underlying reason is that I feel it's important that you present theater with music. I think it makes it come much more alive, and that goes hand in hand with the value for money. If you're presenting a circus on the road, I think everyone wants to go and see it and will come away enjoying it. That's the reason, really, for bringing it out.
Most importantly of all, you've done something very well.
Being Campbell, your former guitarist,
Yes, right.
Whitesnake.
Yes, who's playing with Whitesnake now. And again, there's no hard feelings, at least not by me. I don't know what his feelings are, and I really don't care. When you're unhappy with that, in that situation, you make an unhappy product. You make an unhappy album, and everyone is disappointed in what you do. I think sometimes you also get to a point where you're constantly trying to outdo your own formula, and that becomes very difficult. This album was a return to form because we wanted it to be that way. Holy Diver was an album, the first of our albums, was an album that had nothing to prove. We didn't have anyone to please, only music to make from our hearts and from our minds. And this one, I wanted to be the same way. So we went back and tried to be a bit more diverse again, to make every song different, to make it more like a book with 9 chapters that really doesn't reach much of a conclusion, and the only conclusion being that we were pleased to do it. And so if there was disappointment in the Sacred Heart album, I think this, or hopefully this will wash away the disappointment.